You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast for RomWills.com. And I'm your host, Rom Wills. You never know. Now, this is a subject that I've covered in part in several of my podcasts and several videos as well. And it's just basically just maximizing your talent, monetizing your knowledge, just taking stock of what you have, because you never know. Now, I'm going to use myself as an example, right? Now, people know me from podcasts, videos, books, blogs, whatever. I got a lot of stuff out there, really. But I thought about maybe 10 years ago. 10 years ago. It shows you how stuff can change. And, well, some people might say 10 years is a long time, but it's also a short period of time if you really think about it, right? But I remember 10 years ago, I did not think in terms of doing videos, podcasts, or even blogs. That was the funniest thing. Most I had was some books, and, I would do a seminar or a relationship panel, but I really didn't think about just sharing my knowledge that way. My thing was, hey, I got some stuff, a few things, which, the relationship stuff, which represent only a tiny portion of, the library that's in my head. But that's all I was thinking about. And I was thinking to myself, even with that, I was like, ain't too many people going to be buying stuff just on relationships. I ain't even thinking those terms, right? Like, I had anything else of interest to really say. I honestly didn't. But the thing was, you never know. I remember I used to see like some YouTube videos, and I've said this before, and it's kind of funny seeing how as I put out stuff every day now, and like even on multiple platforms, and I was like, man, I don't think I could do that. I didn't even think in those terms. Or, writing. I knew I could write, but, just writing a blog every week or something, I didn't think in those terms. Or just anything. And really, what am I making money off of? What am I doing? I'm just sharing stuff that I know. And see, the thing is, my quest for knowledge began when I was little. I remember two things my grandmother got me. She got me these things, they were called Bible stories. They were like, they talked about all the books in the Bible, but they had illustrations, and it was written in a way that a young person could understand, or a 7-year-old. They were probably meant for 12-year-olds, but this 7-year-old understood it perfectly, right? So I used to go through them like, pardon the pun, religiously, right? And also, she also got me some encyclopedias. And I used to just go through them. And someone would say, oh, man, hey, he's doing all that nerdy stuff. I was just like, no. I was developing something for later on. I didn't even realize it, because even to this day, and I've said this in several videos, I like to know stuff. I mean, I will have, if I don't keep it under control, I will have a stack of magazines on just different subjects. A bad habit I got. I'm going to say it's a bad habit. I will buy a magazine just for like a 2-page article. I will pay like $11.99 for a 2-page article and stuff instead of just reading it in the store. I'm serious. But then what I would do is I would still go through the articles. Like everything, even some stuff, and I would learn stuff. It never fails. I get it for one thing, and then I buy it, and there's 3 or 4 other things, and I would get ideas. Like, I'm constantly searching for knowledge. Like, I'm one of those people. You want to keep me happy, keep a bookstore near me, make sure my internet connection is good so I can just surf, and I'm good to go. But, when you do all that, you don't think in terms it's going to make money. Even some people who knew me then, I was like, man, y'all so talented. I don't have anything like that. I really said that. I honestly say that. I know some detractors might say, Rom, you don't even seem like you have that level of humility. I did, because you know what? This is for everybody. That's why I'm even sharing this story like that. You never know. You never know there's something that you're not thinking about that you're interested in might be of interest to someone. And it could be ants. You might know how ants do everything. You never know. You might think it's just something that you're doing, but then you never know. Somebody's house or something could have an ant infestation, and you could probably save them money with exterminator by saying, hey, why don't y'all just do this? This will keep all the ants out or something. Or they're going to do that. I mean, in fact, that's how a lot of stuff gets discovered and you find out stuff. There's people, they just get interested in some stuff, sometimes obscure, like the mating habits of monarch butterflies or something. But something to come up where they need it. Like somebody needs that information. Or bees. That's a big thing now. A lot of people talking about the bees are disappearing. Well, if you get somebody who studied bees, those persons all of a sudden they become very important. And it's like that. It's like no matter what, you could be somebody who is good at exercise. I got a gentleman I know. All he's done, he used to just casually just show people how to exercise, have groups of people exercising. And he didn't think anything of it at first. And then somebody said, hey, you can make money. He was like, oh. And he thought about it. And that dude makes money just by leading group exercises. You just never know. You never know where your talent is. You never know what something that you don't think about. Something that's intrinsic to you. Something that is just casual to you. Somebody else who might be willing to pay money for it. I remember back in the day, I've used this example before, but it's a very good one. I remember back in the day when breakdancing was becoming big. Everybody was talking about breakdancing, and at the time, there were people, young guys, getting like $35 a person a head just to teach them how to breakdance. You had some young black kids teaching some middle-aged white folks how to breakdance. And someone would say that's crazy, but you never know. And sometimes one of the things that a person has to do is really look in the mirror. Because I meet so many people who have no idea what they want to do in life, can't think of what they're good at. But then there's always that one thing that comes to them naturally. And like I said, this has been a constant theme in all of my podcasts, some of my videos. It's just you never know what you're sitting on. You might be sitting on gold, right? There was a story, right? And I read this in Dennis Kimbrough's Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, about an acre of diamonds, right? And I'm not sure where. I think he got the story from a minister from the 1800s. I think that might be the original story. Yeah, I'll find something around here. But basically, it talked about this farmer. He was dirt poor. He wasn't making any money and stuff, right? And he wanted to get his riches. So he sold his farm to someone else and searched the world for riches. Right? He searched the world. He went all over the place and tried this and that, and he didn't make it. He ended up killing himself. Now, flashback to the person who actually bought the farm. That dude, he started digging on the farm and ran into a vein of diamonds. He had a diamond farm right there. I mean, that farm, whatever it is. He had a bunch of diamonds on his property. And all he did was just dig and saw what he had in front of him. And that's what everybody has to do. Everybody hearing my voice, if you're trying to figure out what you want to do in life, listen to what I'm saying. Look in the mirror. Look at what you're doing. You know what? It could be something as simple as being able to clean a home. Seriously, it could be something as simple as being very meticulous, just cleaning, period, not even a home. Think about the detailing business. I remember when people were just starting to really detail stuff. Yeah, before it was just people just go to a car wash, whatever, vacuum out. And I'm not even sure where detailing started. They probably already had it, but yeah, you got some people. I knew this cat one time, right? And dude didn't seem like he was very educated. He really didn't. He didn't seem overly bright, but he could clean out a car though. And that dude, and this was back in the day money, he would be outside this flea market and he would charge people $20 a pop to detail their car. I mean, that's cheap now. It's kind of probably cheap then. But he was very good at it. I mean, just as simple as cleaning or being able to arrange stuff. Like I've known of some people, they get paid a lot of money just to do feng shui. Or, set up something, whatever. You just never know. But in order for you to know, you have to look at yourself. Don't look outside yourself for those diamonds. Look within first. So that's my message for today. All right. I want everybody to keep rising and transforming. Peace.